What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mike Thomas's Garage. Out here today, it is currently Tuesday. It is about 7:45 o'clock. We're out here working on the Corvette. Went to the dealership yesterday, got the part and stuff ordered for it. We will have that tomorrow, the ignition switch and stuff. So we have that coming. It's on its way. We should have that hopefully tomorrow. They're supposed to call me, let me know that it's here and all that stuff. So while we're waiting for that, we are working on some other stuff on the Corvette to get cleaned up. So let me show you what we have going on. I removed the battery, I removed the computer out of it, and I'll show you why, and some other things. So first, before I left the Corvette up in the air, let's go over here to the computer and kind of show you what I'm working with and my concerns of why I'm doing this and everything. So I guess before I got the car, since the computer and the tack module sits underneath the battery on the Corvette and stuff, I don't know if there was an issue before I got it. So far, luckily enough, I haven't had no issues yet before with the battery leaking and stuff and all that. And so I guess when it did that, with the water and I guess the acid of the battery leaked down on the frame, got down on the computer and all that stuff. So it's rusted. It's got a surface rust of the frame and all that. And we are getting that cleaned up as we speak. And then I'm going to come over here to get the casing of the computer cleaned up. I did hear that you can take baking soda and some water and it'll kind of form a paste to kind of put over the corrosion of, I consider kind of corrosion. I might be wrong, but let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong, if this is corrosion from the battery and stuff. But yeah, so let me get you guys flipped around here and show you what we have going on. So here is the computer out of the C5 Corvette, and this is kind of all the, I guess, the corrosion and stuff from the battery, because this side is sitting right up against the frame, right underneath the battery. So and all that. So if that, I mean, I'm thinking that looks like corrosion and stuff from the battery, and everything. If I'm wrong, or if you guys think it's something else, please let me know down in the comments. But that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. It's kind of looking like battery acid, I guess, is what it kind of looks like to me. I might be wrong, but we're going to clean all this up and everything. This was kind of running down on the connectors, but we're going to get that all cleaned up and everything and fresh. So that's why I kind of sit there, and it was kind of a concern for me, but that's why we're going to go ahead and get it taken care of. But let me get you guys flipped around and show you this right. So this right here is where the battery sits. And you can see right here, I still got to work with this a little bit more right here to get this kind of cleaned up better. But the battery sits kind of right here. And you can kind of see the rust and stuff. I'm pretty sure probably from the battery liquid. I'm going to say that's coming from the battery. And lift it up in the air and we can show you the frame and stuff, what I'm working with on the frame and all that. So let me get this lifted up and I'll show you that. Okay, got that lifted up. So if you can remember, this is where the computer and the tack module was sitting. Right here, it mounts right here. There is the computer, the mounting for the computer and stuff right there. And then here is the tack module that was bolted right next to it. And then here's the other bracket for the tack module on the computer. These right here, the computer modules, are the connectors for the wiring harness for everything and all that. But as you can see, it's actually looked worse than this. We've been doing a little bit of cleanup, but yeah, the battery sits kind of right up in there and just kind of running down right here. So we're working on getting this all cleaned up and everything, and we're gonna get it all painted. And once we get that all painted, you should not you'll never know, besides unless you watch this video, that was there and that's happened. So yeah, that's where we're at with the Corvette. Hopefully here, maybe tomorrow, we can get it all painted, primed up and painted and everything and all that stuff. So we're trying to get ready for I'm trying to get this ready for our cruise on Saturday and all that stuff. So as you can see, we got the rear truck over there and everything and all that. So we're gonna end up finishing the rear truck on that side. But as of right now, just finish up on the Corvette. That's where we're at for tonight and everything. So tomorrow we can hopefully go back to kind of wiping everything down, wax and grease, remove the area, kind of get it all cleaned up, and hopefully tomorrow night we can prime and paint that section. And you'll never know, if you don't see this video, you'll never know that was ever done. But if you do see this video and you see this car, you'll know. But other than that, won't tell unless you watch this video. So so that's pretty much about it. I still got to clean the car. Haven't cleaned it from when this all started happening. It's been a couple weeks and everything. So that's where we're at. That's all I can say for right now. I still got to finish pulling the dash out of it. So, yep, as you can see, I got majority of this still taken apart. Got the connectors disconnected right here. These are the connectors for it. And then if you don't know, since I already have this off, I had to do the relay for the turn signals. So I guess why this is off, I'll go ahead and show you this right now. So I've done the vet lights for the corner lights, the marker lights up front, and then plus the tail lights in the rear. And then plus the issue with the turn signals where they're blinking flash, or sometimes they'll act normal and sometimes they'll blink fast. So let me pull this down since I already have this. So I bought the relay and stuff, and this is it right here. So this connector here and this connector here was connected before, so you just disconnect those, and then it's just this connector here and this connector. So this connector plugs into here, and then this connector plugs into this, and then here is your relay that takes care of the turn signals, so that way they act normal. So that right there takes care of the turn signals from acting all goofy. So I'll just tuck that back up there, and it's been working pretty good, no issues. So now once I get the ignition switch, I got to remove this section, and then I got to remove this section just to get to this, to finish pulling that out. And then once you get that all pulled out, which when I start working on that, I will do a video on that, and you guys can see that process of me pulling that all out. So yeah, you'll see that. So so that's pretty much about it, just where we're at on the Corvette and all that stuff. So the next video will be me pulling that console and then that bottom part of the dash out to get the rest of the ignition out of it. So so that's it for the Corvette. That's where we're at. So we kind of show you, I did get the fuel tank truck, got it back over here, as you can tell on the lift. We're going to finish it over here. So here is actually a better view of the transmission. 4L60 transmission, and then plus the headers. Still gotta finish working on those, but transmission is in. Still need to get the correct transmission mount for it. Still got to do that. So that's where we're at. And as you can tell, there's the fuel tank we got setting in here. I need to adjust this. That's why I have a strap sitting here to hold this up. I got to readjust this. So we'll go over that more in a later video and stuff and all that. And that is the old brand that you see in there and stuff. But like I said, we'll go over with it. We'll go over all that in another video and stuff. So kind of going off track for the Corvette, but thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again for the good comments and stuff. I really appreciate that and everything and all that. So stay tuned for more on the Corvette to get it back up and running, and also the OBS build. So I did get a notification we got some parts on the way, so we'll probably be seeing those here in the next few weeks, so we can touch base with all that stuff. So until the next video, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends and all that. So we're gonna call this a night, but thank you guys again for watching, and we will see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. So thank you again. Later.